Hello everyone, welcome to my film channel. I don't really have a name for it yet, but I'll figure one out eventually. I'm not really good at this talking into a camera thing, so bear with me. Since Space Jam: A New Legacy came out a couple days ago, I thought to start my film channel I would make a recap and review of the original Space Jam that came out in 1996, featuring Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. I think I first saw this movie like 10 or 12 years ago. I remember when I first saw it, I wasn't really that big of a basketball fan at the time, but then as the years went on, I started to learn more about basketball, and then I became a really big fan of basketball. So this movie became one of my favorites to watch. Just, it's not like the greatest movie you'll ever see, but it's enjoyable. It's easy to sit through. It's pretty quick. It's funny at times. So if you haven't seen it already, go watch it, and then you can come back here, watch my recap and review. But yeah, so let's get into it. The movie begins with a young Michael Jordan shooting around past midnight before his dad comes out to tell him it's time for bed. But Mike convinces his dad to let him get a few more shots up. As he's shooting, young Mike predicts his future, telling his dad that he's going to grow up to play for North Carolina and the NBA, and once he's done with basketball, he's going to play professional baseball. Young Mike ends his shoot around by going for a dunk that transitions into a really, really long opening credits that recaps Jordan's basketball career and ends with a press conference where he announces his retirement from basketball and his plans of playing professional baseball. We're then transported to an intergalactic amusement park called Moron Mountain that is owned by an evil alien named Mr. Swackhammer. We also meet his workers, Nerdlucks, Pound, Bang, Knot, Bupkis, and Blanco. Mr. Swackhammer doesn't think the amusement park is attracting enough customers and insists that they need to find new attractions. The Looney Tunes catch his attention and he sends the Nerdlucks to bring them to him. Back on Earth, Michael Jordan is struggling to get a hit during his baseball game. We're introduced to Stan Podolak, who basically becomes Jordan's assistant.
I am here to personally guarantee that no one will ever bother you.
Just then, an alien spaceship passes over the baseball field and lands on Earth to capture the Looney Tunes.
Gather up your Toon pals. We're taking you for a ride.
The Looney Tunes are gathered up and the Nerdlucks threaten to make them their prisoners, but Bugs Bunny convinces them that they should get a chance to defend themselves. And since the Nerdlucks are very small, the Looney Tunes challenge them to a basketball game. The Nerdlucks have no clue how to play basketball, but they do know how to steal talent from great basketball players. So they take the talents of Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, and Sean Bradley and transform themselves into the Monstars.
I think we might need a little bit of help.
Michael Jordan is shown playing golf with NBA legend Larry Bird and comedian Bill Murray. Bill talks to Jordan and Bird about how he thinks he could be good in the NBA, but they disagree. Jordan ends up hitting a hole-in-one with the help of Bugs Bunny and a magnet. While Jordan is reaching in for the ball, he gets dragged down into the Looney Tunes 2D world. Bugs Bunny explains to Jordan that they need his help to defeat the Monstars. Jordan is skeptical at first, but after the Monstars show up and start calling him a chicken and using him as a basketball, he agrees to help. Jordan wants to do some drills with the team, but he doesn't have the basketball gear he needs. So Bugs and Daffy Duck go back to Jordan's house to get him his sneakers and shorts. While they're looking for his stuff, they accidentally wake up Jordan's daughter while looking in her room. They go into his trophy room and find his shoes, but when they find his shorts, they're being chewed on by Jordan's dog Charles. Charles goes to attack them, but they're saved by Jordan's kids and are able to get the shorts. On their way back, they pass by Stan, who is still looking for Jordan. Stan overhears them talking about Michael, so he follows them. While Jordan is shooting around, Stan enters the gym and says he wants to help however he can, but Jordan just has him warming the bench. The Toon Squad gears up for their game in a montage right before the pre-game introduction. The game starts and the Monstars destroy the Toon Squad for the entire first half. During halftime, Stan hides in the Monstars locker room and hears about how they stole NBA players' talent. When he tells the Toon Squad about what they did, the Looney Tunes believe they should just give up. Jordan gives a passionate speech about fighting back, but it falls on deaf ears. The only thing that is able to lift their spirits is when Bugs introduces them to Michael's secret stuff. Bugs makes everyone believe that if they use Michael's secret stuff, then they can come back and win the game. So they come back in the second half and cut the lead down to 2, forcing a timeout. During the timeout, Jordan and Mr. Swackhammer raise the stakes of the game. Jordan says if he wins, they have to give the NBA players their talent back, and if he loses, they can take him back to Moron Mountain. Mr. Swackhammer agrees and tells the Monstars to go out and crush them, which they do literally. They injure almost every player on the team, which forces Jordan to sub in Stan. Stan gets one play with the ball and gets flattened by the Monstars, but somehow manages to score a basket. Now with Stan injured as well, the Toon Squad only have 4 active players, which means they'll have to forfeit the game. But just then, Bill Murray shows up and becomes their 5th active player.
How did you get here, anyway?
Producer's a friend of mine, just had a teamster come and drop me off,
There's 10 seconds left in the game and the Toon Squad are only down by 1, but they're also still on defense. So right as Pound is inbounding the ball, Daffy tackles him, which allows Bill to get the steal. They get the ball into Jordan's hands and he takes off from the half-court line with 5 seconds left. He's grabbed by 2 Monstars while in the air, so he extends his arm from around the 3-point line so that he's able to reach the basket and drop the ball in before the buzzer sounds, which wins the game for the Toon Squad. Right after the game, Bill Murray announces his retirement from basketball after a career that lasted about 10 seconds. Mr. Swackhammer is furious with the Monstars and verbally berates them. The Monstars decide they they've had enough and launch Mr. Swackhammer into space. They then give back the NBA players' talent and are welcome to stay with the Looney Tunes. Stan realizes Jordan has a game in 5 minutes, so they take a spaceship to the baseball field. After his game, Jordan brings the NBA players their talent back. They ask him to stay and play threes, but Jordan declines. They suggest that Jordan might not have it like he used to anymore, and Jordan takes that personally. The movie ends with Jordan joining back up with the Chicago Bulls and continuing his NBA career. So that concludes my recap of the original Space Jam. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the movie. I'm going to give you my personal rating, which is a 7.5 out of 10. Now, my ratings aren't based on how actually good the movie is, but like it's based on how much I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed this movie a lot. Not as much as like some great movies I'll get to in future videos, but I enjoyed it. It was easy watch, and it was funny, and it had Michael Jordan. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my main channel. I'll leave it in the description. And yeah, let me know in the comments what movie you'd want me to look at next or show. I already have some planned, but yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.